Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I am your host, Mr. Derrick Forston, and I'm super excited that you guys are here because y'all got a bunch of choices of where you could be, but y'all chose to be here, and we super appreciate that. We're over here in Orlando, Florida. And then we'll also do a microphone check. I'm not very techie. So even though I know I got Shay here today, I want my wife to tell you guys who she is and what does she do. And we're going to jump right into the day because we got a bunch of stuff to cover. Shay, talk to him.
Hey, guys, I'm Shay Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, co-founder of Forston Consultants. And again, I am excited to talk about ILF.
Anyway.
So welcome, everybody. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. To all of our people on all different platforms, I want to say good morning, happy Saturday. Thank you for joining us. Listen, I am excited about all things ILF this morning, this week. So, I mean, today's topic is your network is your network.
Absolutely. Network. What do you think of when you see a title that says your network is your net worth? And then also, guys, I'll just kind of let the cat out the bag now. I got a pet peeve that I want to share with you all.
Oh, boy.
So make sure y'all stay to the end because I'm not sure if I'm going to announce it in the middle or the end, or do I just blabber it now? But I got a pet peeve.
I'm nervous.
Of just people in general. And I'll admit most of it's with entrepreneurs and business people. And I'm going to talk about that. Why does it scratch my skin so much for this certain pet peeve? And I want to find out if you're either one of the people that are like me and it bothers you, or you on the other side of it and you're that thing that scratches my skin.
Uh-oh, no.
We're going to talk about that.
The person that scratches your skin.
I hope they're not. But if they're honest, somebody going to tell me.
That's heavy, Derrick.
Yo.
That's heavy.
Yep.
You don't want to be the thing that scratches Derrick's skin. I know I can be that a lot of times, but you don't want to be in that boat. I'm just being honest, right?
Also, who's new to us, right? Because we never want to just take for granted that everybody just knows who we are.
Right.
Because I love to give an intro all the time of who we are and what we do. But can you guys just put in the chat, Derrick, I'm new to you, bro. Like, I don't know you. I saw you one time on TikTok. Derrick, I saw them little baby things you was doing on Instagram. Right. Like, Derrick, I don't really know you, but what you said caught my ear and I'm here now.
Yeah.
So let me know that if you guys are new to me, because I want to give an intro. And I'm so grateful for all of the new people that just keep finding us every day, every week. And I like to think that the first thing is that it's God, but the second thing, because we're just super consistent. It's hard to miss me on the internet, y'all. 7 days a week, Shay and I are on this YouTube channel teaching you guys how to start your own independent living facility. What you don't know is the very thing you're going to hear me talk about today, like I dreamed to be in this, and God messed around, and I'm going to use the word messed around. Shakina, God messed around and showed me a lady that was living my dream, and y'all, she was making $41,000 a month doing what I'm going to explain to y'all today. But the only difference is that she was doing it in rats and roaches. A lot of people wouldn't believe me the day I start to explain this and talk about it. I actually took pictures of it. I made videos of it. I talk about it 7 days a week, and I open no forum. And God has blessed Shay and I to go to a lot of places and speak and run this big mouth all over the world. And guys, I never go anywhere without telling people the original story. And then for everybody else, how did you find us? Was it TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, or YouTube? Once 2 people tell me they're new, I'm taking off. And then the last announcement for my people on TikTok, Chatter, or Clubhouse. If you're somewhere where you can only hear me, guys, please come to YouTube because I'm getting ready to show you guys some stuff that I knew y'all weren't going to believe unless I took pictures of it. Last one for TikTok. If you're on TikTok, come over to YouTube at Forston Consultants. That's Forston. Because what I'm getting ready to show you guys now is a quick story that usually take me 2 hours. I'm going to do 10 minutes and I'm going to try to be done. Guys, I'm the guy that I'm telling y'all to go and find in your city, first of all. So if you're taking notes today, you're looking for the Derrick in your city of who I used to be 9 years ago. I used to be a social worker / and/or case manager / and/or discharge planner. But watch this, though, because if you love God, love people, and love real estate, you just found your next family. I'm your new big brother, and that's your sister. Shay, real quickly, can you tell the people how do you do what we do?
Yeah, so I do this through a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Because I'm not a 501c3.
Yeah, I'm 501c3. So again, people donate towards, they give to our our donation to our organization. And again, it's a tax write-off for them. They get a tax exemption on that. So I'm super excited about doing it that way, because there's a lot of other things that I can implement within my my ILF. So like one thing I'm doing this year and I did last year is the ILF food drive for Thanksgiving. So local independent living facilities and people in need can sign up at the AngelaDeniseFoundation.org for a meal for Thanksgiving. That is something that we've done. We've already raised over $3,000 to support that.
Congratulations.
Funds have been coming in. Our partners at First Horizons Bank got all of their stuff yesterday, so they'll be doing some contributions towards that as well. So, so those are some of the things, those are the added extras when you have that 501c3 behind you that you can actually implement, and people are more willing to give because they do get that tax exemption or that write-off that they can put towards their, their return, that write-off. So that's how I do it. But my model, my housing model, the structure, the way I run my ILFs are no different from how Derrick runs his. He taught me, so I implement everything that he taught me to do. Because guys, I am not the case manager or social worker. I have a master's in business administration. I have been in, my undergrad is a bachelor's in science and healthcare management, strategic implementation and planning. So again, it's different, that's a whole different niche. And before that, I was a surgical technologist and a first assistant in the OR. So
no experience in real estate and housing. Don't sound like it.
Completely different. So I mean, like apples to oranges, like so far different. It is not even funny. So I had to implement the information that Derrick gave me. And I can be a hardhead when it comes to taking instruction from Derrick at times. And he'll tell you.
She really can.
I can
she
be.
Really can sometimes.
I can be a real know-it-all at times when it comes to with my husband. And, when I got into this space, I had to learn, like this was a good lesson in submission. I'm gonna go there for a second. That was a good lesson in submission, is when we came together to truly work, because I had to learn something that only you could teach me.
Mm-hmm.
Only you could teach me, because nobody else taught you, right?
Right.
So I had to take your instruction. When you pulled me out of my great paying job, I'm gonna just be honest and tell y'all that I wasn't making chump change or peanuts. But when Derrick pulled me out of corporate America and just said, hey, I need your help. And I transitioned out of my corporate leadership, project management role, had just finished a huge construction project at the hospital. Like I did all of these things. But when I transitioned over here to this, I could only do it with your guidance. So that was a good lesson in submission, I'll be honest, because I can be a hardhead. But yeah, so I learned from Derrick, I've implemented, and how many years later? Man, several years later, It is on and popping, and the Angela Denise Foundation is doing amazing things. So
good
back
stuff.
to you, sir.
So guys, I appreciate that, because I always like for people to know kind of what Shay role is and where she came in at. But for everybody else, I want to talk to you guys about the idea to implementation, because most of y'all got the idea to get into something like this. You just have no clue to where to start. Mm-hmm. But lucky for you, your prayer and my prayer merged together, because you probably pray, God, I want to get into something like real estate. I want to help people. And God, I want to get into these things that are like these group homes, but not a group home. Well, I'm your new big brother now. So we already talked about it. And ILF is just a shared environment where adults, not teenagers, not kids, not a family of 5, but where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. I'm discussing right now how you guys can walk off your job by renting or leasing a property and merging with case managers and social workers and take people from homeless to hopeful. We just happen to call them ILFs. I don't care what you call it. You can call it whatever you want to. This lady is just so smart. She says, Derrick, you seem to be up to something. This thing gonna get big one day, and we should trademark it.
That was not me being smart. That's called.
So she told the story that she was led by the Holy Spirit in that. That wasn't a Shay idea. So we're God-led people, if you hadn't caught on to that yet either. I'm no pastor, I'm no priest, and I'm no bishop. But we do love God. We love people, and we love real estate. Yeah. And God has allowed us to merge it all together. And Shay was led, because he that findeth the wife, findeth the good thing. He said, Derrick, you should trademark this thing, bro. This thing will get big one day. Yeah. And many years later, here we are. So here I am on this screen. as y'all big brother, begging and praying to God every day to change my life. I pray once or twice a week for God to change my life financially, my impact of where I live in my community, and Derrick, again, financially.
Yeah.
Because guys, I don't hide it. I was struggling. 28 grand a year ain't a lot of money. Now, thank God Shay didn't have a great job. Because what a lot of y'all don't know, Shay carried us from the day I met her. I've been married to Shay since 2012, and we dated, was friends many years before that. Mm-hmm. Shay has always made more money than me. Let me repeat that for the people in the back, because some of y'all are afraid to admit that as a guy or a man. But let me just tell you, Shay always made more money than me until God gave me this thing. Yeah. Right? So when God gave me this ministry, it changed everything. But look at what I saw. I had the dream just like most of y'all. Can 5 of y'all put in the chat, Derrick, I've dreamed of this too, bro. Yeah. Just not this way. Because most of y'all are just like me and my family. Y'all love God, you love people, and you trying to get into real estate. Mm-hmm. You just didn't know that it could be a ministry, but this is what I saw. And I saw a lady, Miss Tina, making $41,000 a month. Month after month. How the people in conditions like this?
But you got to stress the point that it wasn't just an individual month. Like she showed you month
over and over again, Shay.
And it was so boastful. Like y'all don't even know it. And I talk about this sometimes on the channel, but I haven't talked about it in a minute. But as a wife, when Derrick connected with this young lady, I was excited for him because I knew it was something that he wanted to do. But until that day that she totally disrespected you. And to me, it wasn't nothing. I just found it disrespectful because what you're not going to do is try to start yelling and screaming at somebody's husband to tell them don't write on a piece of paper. And y'all are on a phone call. Like Derrick started writing down. She started to get a little loosey-goosey with her speech, but really didn't go.
This is where I was begging this lady to teach. Yeah. This is where she's explaining.
And she would keep saying, "Oh, let's meet up on or call me on such and such a date."
How many have heard that? Let's get together. We can talk.
Yeah, and she did that over and over and over again. And the one day she finally did get on the phone with you, it was that day. And you were sitting. I remember you were sitting at the kitchen table with your back to the window. And you grabbed a piece of paper. Derrick is one thing about Derrick. There's going to be a notebook and a pen in every area of the house. Okay. And Derrick will use every last inch of loose paper. Like there will be nothing else to write on. So he grabbed the paper and he started writing, and he didn't find a pen, but he found a pencil. So you know how pencils give that on a wood table, and she heard and she was like, "What are you doing? I didn't tell you write down what I'm telling you. Stop writing."
And she wasn't even really like giving the game, but the look, guys, I was so hungry for the knowledge. I was writing down everything she was trying to say.
Derrick is a huge note
and Shay, oh God, y'all can probably tell it.
I lost it.
She lost it.
I said, ooh, and y'all, my mouth was a little foul. I ain't even gonna lie.
Shay crazy about her man, y'all.
And I went off.
They felt like I was being disrespected by that woman when really she was just being stingy, and she was trying to protect this on screen.
You can protect it all you want, but don't disrespect my husband.
Shay and I buy fix and flip properties.
We do.
And sometimes they look like this when you buy them. But Cheryl, what you don't know, people was living in this place. Look at the beds on the ground. Yeah. And remember, the lady was making 41 grand a year, y'all. She told me flat out her mouth one day, she said, "Derrick, I'll never teach you how to do this, bro." Mm-hmm. She said, "But Derrick, let me show you actually what I make doing it." And to this day, I really have no reason why she did. I don't know why she did that. Exactly. Other than God saying, "Derrick, I'm going to show you your dream through a lady doing it the wrong way."
Right. I'm going to give you, because one thing about Derrick is he has a unique, I think God gave you a unique mind where Derrick's not, and he's not fearful of trying anything. Like he's not afraid. Like where me, I would be like a little skeptical. I'm like, okay. Like even when he came to me with this idea, I didn't understand it, but I knew, Shay, be silent. Don't quench the fire. Support as best as you can, even though you have no clue what this man is talking about. He comes home to me, "I'm going to house the homeless," and I'm like, okay, where you gonna get the money from? And when he started explaining and educating me, I was like, all right. So think about how I would have felt, right? How I felt in that moment when Derrick had this vision, had this dream. He's making $28,000 a year, if that. And, you know, I'm literally, and you've said it, so I'm not saying anything that is not appropriate to say, where financially we did everything as best as we can, straight down the middle. But knowing that you were getting ready to take on another property, like we own our home, but now you're going to go out and get a rental. And I'm like, oh, Jesus.
I'm barely paying my place.
I'm like,
this where faith comes in it too, though, because when you see that vision.
Yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, like we're really going to do this. But I knew that if I put out the fire, he would never find who and where he's supposed to be, right? So I supported it, and I'm not going to lie, I got nails now, but I didn't then. I was nibbling at my nubs, because I'm telling you, I was shook. But I'm going to be honest, in that fear, not even fear, I'll call it discomfort. I knew that Derrick wasn't going to fail on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I knew he wasn't going to do anything to harm our family and set us up for failure. I knew those things. So my intentions were to always support the vision. And I say that because I know a lot of times people, you know, have husbands and they're very gifted with a mindset and a mentality to implement things and start things, businesses in particular. And we as wives or girlfriends and, you know, just even close friends can tear down something because we don't understand. And I think I'm super grateful that I was slow to speak but quick to hear.
Come on, Shay.
And I was always supportive, even though I
don't shatter the dream. And your partner,
it, right? I really didn't understand it. And instead of coming to Derrick and saying, I don't think you should do this, I said, all right, Lord, you've obviously gave him something. What do you want me to do? And he just said, pray. And I said, okay. So I walked the floor and I prayed. And then I called his mama and I said, well, 2 or more gathered, he's in the midst. I called your mama called your auntie. And then there was 3 women on the wall praying, right? And this thing became so huge to where
bigger than us now.
To where when Derrick would call me at work and he's like, I just got another house. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I just got another house. And I'm like, okay, and I'm counting on my fingers and I'm like, that's house number 6. And then he'll call me a week later and say, babe, I just got the keys to another one. And I'm like, that's 7. Okay. And then about 2 to 3 weeks later, Derrick calls again and he's like, babe, I got the keys to 2 more. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute, wait.
Because ladies and gentlemen, hold it. When that woman showed me 41 grand a month and she was doing it in these conditions, y'all don't think I could do better than that? Because I just said to myself, why not me? I'm struggling to feed my family, and this lady making 41 grand a month, housing people in roaches.
Yeah. And I think the other thing that
how can we not do better than that?
You have to. But what I also want to share is this.
This was a no-brainer to me.
Before Derrick got to house 2, listen to me. Derrick may have had 2 or 3 residents in house 1. And Derrick's mom called me. I remember I was in my office and just got off a meeting. Ma called me and she says, baby, you got a minute? And I said, yes, ma'am. And Ma's in the chat so she can confirm.
What's up, Mom Forston? Y'all shout my mom out real quick.
You know, Derrick ain't going to be able to stay on that job. She says, I think he need to go. And
y'all, I was about to kill myself trying to work this thing and my job. And my mom saw it. She was like, man, Derrick about to drown, man.
Mom saw it. She said, and she called me. She said, Shay, I know he want to give notice and do right. But she said, baby, my son. She said, my son. I was like, say, yes, ma'am.
Y'all, I was burning both, how they call it, burning both ends of the candle.
It was wild. And he was going rogue. So that was another thing too, right? If you're going to leave somewhere, I believe no matter how bad a place can be or how great a place is, you want to leave right. You want to leave right. And that was the thing. So
yeah. And guys, what she mean is, guys, I was the best employee.
Great employee until he was.
Watch this. And Miss Kara's on here. Miss Kara, ask your sister. I was the greatest. I ran that place. I don't say that just, guys, where I worked at, the social workers ran the show.
Right.
The doctors are highfalutin and they snooty and you don't talk to them. Guys, I ran that place. For 9 years, I worked at that place, but I'll admit, y'all, my last 3 months, I was the worst employee you could ever hire.
It was bad.
I came in late. I left early, and I took 2-hour lunch breaks. Because once God showed me this, I knew one of these things was going to have to take a hit, and it wasn't going to be this new business I'm starting. And thank God for a staff and people that I work with, because they knew the vision, they saw the dream. And I'll admit, my job should have fired me 90 days before I left. Because again, remember, guys, I got a new cell phone now. I'm in the middle of treatment room.
Wait, and it was red. So go ahead. It was a red phone, so it was blatant, flashy. It was loud. It was a red iPhone.
I didn't want to miss it.
And every time that phone rang, Derrick jumped up. I don't care.
Guys, I would be in treatment team at work. There could be a client, Miss Carol, pouring his heart out about his situation, and he need this and need that, and I'm out of that room, because guess what? I had got started now.
Yeah.
So I'm serving people. And I just knew one day, and through my coaching, we're going to teach you when to leave. There's a right way to leave, and I don't want y'all to quit nothing. Quitters, we don't quit nothing. We're going to resign.
Correct.
Dummy me gave a 60-day notice because I was nervous. I was still waiting to hear from God. And I was trusting this thing, and I was building it at the same time. Some of y'all thinking you're going to quit your job and then start building it. The devil is a liar. I was working both of these things. I had houses when I still had the job. But back to this picture, though, and I'm going to get off of this. This is what I saw, ladies and gentlemen, because had I never took a Saturday like today, guys, 9 years ago today, I took a Saturday. It's like, man, you know what? Let me go and see what it looked like, because nobody wanted to teach me. And guys, these are the things I ran into. The rats, the roaches, the filth, the grime. And when that lady said, Derrick, you think I own these places, don't you? I said, yeah. She says, no, I don't. And y'all, she never knew that I snuck and went to these places, because she wouldn't allow me to go. So I snuck into all her places. And when I saw the pictures, all I could remember was, wow, this is the same lady that showed me 41 grand every 30 days in her phone. Last comment I'm giving over to Shay. Can 20 of y'all put in the chat, if you made 41 grand every 30 days of your life, would that change your life a little bit? Back on you, Shay, and we're going to take a quick commercial break, but take it, Shay. I just like to show people again, where did this concept come from? And one more thing, the straw that broke the camel's back was one of the houses I went to. I saw a lady sleeping on the kitchen floor, y'all.
That you sent there.
That I sent there, Mr. Social Worker. Because Miss Carol, before you think I'm a bad guy, Miss Carol, that was before I saw the inside of these places. I had a desk, a computer, and a laptop. And that's my job in a list of people. That's it. But when God put it in my heart, somebody write in the chat, in my heart, I said, well, I got to get in this. I said, God, you just showed me my dream through somebody doing it the wrong way. So you mean to me, God, I can help people, be respected by my community, do God's will, and make a bunch of money doing it? To me, this is ministry. Let me repeat that, because this is what we stand for. If you love God and love people, if you always wanted to get into real estate, we believe in doing God's will, being respected by the community, but also making enough money to feed your family. The Bible says, not Derrick, that if a man don't work, he don't eat. The Bible also says that when you do unto the least of thee, the poor, the widow, the homeless, the marginalized, God said it's like you're doing a favor unto me. How cool is it that we can do God's will and do God a favor? If you want to be on anybody's books in terms of somebody owe you a favor, why not let it be God himself?
Come on now.
So again, you just ran it, and trust me, we ain't even got started yet. I just wanted to show y'all where it came from, because if I just told y'all the story, y'all wouldn't believe it. And that's why I took pictures. And if you one-on-one coaching, you see some of the videos of the very place where Shay took this guy out of this situation and put him in a real bed with bed rails, not cinder blocks. Because if you ain't got your glasses on today, Miss Tina, those are cinder blocks that are holding that bed up.
Bring it down. Don't hurt yourself.
Oh, I'm getting excited now.
I see you getting.
But this is the wrong way. And how can you make 41 grand a month doing it? You shouldn't be able to sleep at night housing people like this. Let's take a quick commercial break. Let me calm down and get my blood pressure in check, and we'll be right back.
I hope you guys are enjoying the information. If you want more information just like this, what you're hearing now, make sure you text the phrase more info and don't put it in the chat. Text it to this phone number. Text more info.
Hey, what's going on, family? Are you somebody that needs some help in your life or your business? Are you somebody that has a lot of ideas, but you can't quite get them out? You probably need a virtual assistant, guys. And again, at $5 an hour, that's an absolute cheat code for you, your life, your family, and your business. Because oftentimes these virtual assistants, guys, can do a lot of what we can't. And they often come with a bachelor or a master's degree. So when it comes to the educational side of it, guys, these VAs are, again, the cheat code to everything that you're probably looking for. Most of you guys have a full-time job, so it's hard to kind of implement a lot of the ideas that God is giving you or the ideas that are in your heart. You should be visiting va101.co to get a virtual assistant that can help you in your life and your business and get some of these ideas out of your brain onto paper and then to implementation. One more time, visit va101.co, not .com, but va101.co and get a virtual assistant, guys, for $5 an hour. It's the cheat code, and it'll be the best decision that you ever made. I promise.
I hope you guys are enjoying the information. If you want more information just like this, what you're hearing now, make sure you text the phrase more info and don't put it in the chat. Text it to this phone number. Text more info, that's MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. We're going to give you our complimentary webinar, and then that leads to a complimentary call with me and my team to talk about how fast can we get you started. Let's get back to the show.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are discussing independent living facilities. And at this current moment, this is the wrong way to do it. Those are cinder blocks, and the beds are on the floor. And the fan is being held up by an old suitcase and a banana box. The devil is a liar, especially when you're making the money that you prayed to God for. Yeah. Now, I'm done. Shay, address the people any way you want. You guys can bring in questions, and then we also want to get some game. And then in less than 15 minutes, I'm going to give y'all something that's a pet peeve to me that scratches my skin. And I hope y'all don't do it, but stay, because I'm going to be explaining that in about 15 minutes. Shay, you can go any direction that you like, honey.
Tara said in her Tia voice, calm down.
I saw it.
She said, calm down, Derrick. Thank you, Katara.
I got people in this room, y'all, that's like a thermometer for me. If I get too loud, they tell me to calm it down because I have to protect my voice. I don't know if
y'all realize lately, Derrick has had a little something, a little rasp, and he gets these little glitches, I call them, when he's speaking to where nothing comes out. So I'm going to need you all.
Like the Chinese movies.
I'm going to need you all to help me keep him at 2.
Don't I get excited, y'all. Just tell me calm down. Say, Derrick, bring it down. Because I get loud, y'all. I'm just naturally loud. But if y'all hear it like Katara, like that's her job to say that to me.
Bring it on down,
Derrick,
brother.
bring it down. And Tia, who's always normally here, she's like the number one at it. And then Katara's right behind it. Katara said, I got you, sis.
Thank you. Because he don't realize, like, Derrick had... We got
and I speak a lot, y'all.
Right? And then it's
6-7 days a week.
We got to get insurance on his vocal cords, literally. But I don't mean that to be funny. We've got to insure his voice. But yeah, so let's get questions done. So if anybody has any questions, go ahead and start putting them in the chat. TikTok, if you are going
Prestige
to
Home Decor just came from TikTok. Thank you so much.
If you have any questions, please, I am not in. I'll jump into TikTok to try and filter some of those questions. Because some people may not be able to come over, but we're definitely ready to answer some questions. But I do want to circle back to your network is your net
Let's do
worth. I think that is one of the biggest things I want people to kind of put in their brain, right? And make sure that they really understand the importance of your network, right? Networks of people will help you to take your vision. If you're in the right network of people, it'll help you to take what